Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm the host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. And today, got a special guest tuning in with me. I'm going to bring him in, but it's a lot of relationship conversations that people are talking about. It's a lot of relationship topics that are being brought up on these podcast platforms, and it's always good to talk about. It's a lot of things that's going on that a lot of people are saying things that a lot of people just don't want to say. So sometimes, when you have a platform and you discuss things and topics on your forum, hey, you give it to them uncut. You give it to them raw. You don't hold back. You don't hold no punches. You know what I'm saying? You come out swinging. You're trying to get that first round KO. So, the guest that I'm bringing on today, I've been following this podcast platform, and this guy's doing big things, man. He just dropped 200 episodes, and, normally I introduce my guests, but I'm going to let this guy give his own introduction, but I'm going to welcome him to the forum for the first time being on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. No other than the guy that represents the Bet the House podcast. He goes by the name of Big Smash. Big Smash, welcome to the set.
Bet the House podcast. We do a lot. We gonna keep doing a lot. We did the pleasure of having 200 episodes. My man's came through, chopped it up with us. So it's only right that I come and return the favor. I finally made the Simply Ball Dropping platform. So Bet the House, we are a podcast that keeps it real. We don't have a filter. We don't have a pause button. We're going to tell you everything that we feel when we feel it. And if we are wrong, we aren't. But if we are, then we learn, we live and learn.
Man, that's great, man. That's a great introduction, man. And like I said, I'm glad that you had the time to stop by. Man, we're gonna get this thing jumping, man. Like I said earlier, man, there's a lot of relationship talks, man. And I've been listening to your podcast, man, and you got a great perspective on a lot of things that are going on, in the podcast community, and a lot of things that are being talked about. And the crazy thing about it is, man, you say a lot of stuff, man, that a lot of people just don't want to say. And, man,
Facts.
You give it to them real. And I like what you're doing right now with the podcast Battlecast, right? And you got these little snippets that you telling people that you outside.
Facts.
And, hey, if you want the smoke, come get the smoke. And I agree with everything that you said. When you said, man, that your podcast, you think your podcast is the best podcast out there, and you're
supposed to think that. You're supposed. Let me touch on that real quick.
Okay.
You are supposed, any podcaster, if you have a show, you are supposed to feel like your show is the best. That's just how it is. You are supposed to feel that way, and it's okay to feel that way. When you think of it, podcasting is just like debating. So you are debating. So of course it's going to be other people. If you want to be the best, then yes, you have to call out the best. If you feel I'm supposed to feel this way. I'm supposed to feel like we are the best podcast in the world. And if I don't feel that way, I don't need to be doing this. So
I agree.
It's not beef. It's really just admiration.
And see, and I respect that, man, because a lot of people might look at your podcast and be like, man, Big Smash on one. But I look at it as motivation and positivity. And the reason why I say that is because what you doing is bringing a lot of attention to a lot of podcasts, because a lot of people want to rock with you, right? And I heard you say something that's key, that you said everybody that's on your team, everybody's putting in that work. Ain't nobody pulling, ain't nobody not pulling their weight. So if they come on your platform, You know what I'm saying? They're not going to try to leech off of you, man. Let's grow together. So that was key that you said that everybody in your camp is working.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want nobody that dead weight on you, because if that dead weight's on you, you're going to remove them.
And that's the thing too, man. Like myself, I pride myself on helping other podcasters. I'm not here to, when I made this I'm outside movement, it was just I'm going after people I respect. I'm showing you that 200 episodes, I didn't get there just because, I've done that. I felt like, even with Simply Ball Dropping, I might be coming to holler at you real soon, but it's like it's respect. It's not,
Yes.
oh, I don't like your platform. If I didn't fuck with your movement, I wouldn't do the top 50. I wouldn't put you in the top 50. All I'm saying is I'm letting you know that, hey, we can go toe to toe. I love to debate with you. I am a debater. So,
And that's what the podcasting is. We
yeah,
debating. We debating.
that's it.
Yeah.
So I just love my podcast community, man. I truly love y'all, and this is why we're doing this. It's not because I don't like I think y'all trash. No, it's, hey, I call myself the best. I feel like in my heart I'm the best. I'm sure you feel like you're the best. We
Exactly.
have our lanes. So why not, hey, it's like a sparring match. You know what I'm saying? When you got bigger boxers in your heavyweight class and you feel like, all right, I done did the Pee-wees. I'm done dealing with them. Now let me go step up and go try to take the heavyweights, the Tysons, the Alis, them guys. All right, I'm cool. I done sparred with the little people. Now I
Yeah.
want to know where I really measure up with these big dogs out here, with these vets. Like I don't look at it as competition. See, this is where you can't hide behind your followers. You can't hide behind your views and your downloads. None of
Exactly.
that matters. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You have a lot of podcasters who, oh man, I got 1 million views. I got 10K followers. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But now it's just me and you. You ain't got to worry about 10K followers. Your 10K followers finna see you get this work. And I'm one of them people that if I lose, it's okay, I lose. I'm gonna just go take it out on your affiliates. I'm gonna go take it out on the podcast, the crew that you hang with. I can't get you, so I'm gonna take it out on them. But I just appreciate good podcasting. Shout
Man.
out to you. You made the Bet the House top 50. I really rock with what you're doing. So I just want you to know, I'm glad to be here. I'm one of them dudes. If I say I'm here, I'm here.
And I see that
So
because you said that the other night on your 200 episode, when you hit somebody up and you say yo, that means you there. You that
facts.
ain't enough said. All you got to do is say yo, and Big Smash
Facts.
gonna show up.
That's all it takes. All you got to do is say, yo, what you doing? Give me a date and a time, and I'm there. I'm gonna make time because we record so much, man. And I just finally, one thing I had to realize that I'm draining myself
Yeah.
because, the way I thought about it was I have done 7 seasons of
Wow.
free material.
Wow.
And it's like I'm giving you all these gems and I'm making nothing out of it. Well, now it's time that I move up to big dog status because 200 episodes, you're considered an OG. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? You consider, because a lot of people don't make it to 20.
Yeah, I agree.
I've been through it all. I remember when the only person that was listening to my show was my mama. And that was early on. So, you know what I'm saying? I remember those days. So, yeah, I be trying to tell people a Big Smash. I come on your show, I'm coming. You gonna get everything I got. I'm not gonna half-ass you. This ain't what we do. If I come on your show, you gonna get Big Smash, and that's all we here to do. But I will. Can I make a quick plug, real quick?
Oh, go ahead, do your thing.
We got the January 3rd, 2022. We got the Bet the House Podcast Awards, the very first ever. We doing the podcast awards. We are saluting. This is how much love I be giving out. We are saluting the podcasters out here, man, because this is a thankless profession. They don't thank us for this. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Think about how much time, effort, editing, money, everything that you put into this, and the simply ball dropping. Y'all A1 over here, man. So I'm looking at y'all like, hey, I don't know who doing it for you. I don't know if it's just you or if you got a whole team, like even your overlay.
Yeah.
All that is just dope and it's professional. And this is the type of stuff that encourages and motivates me. Like, yo, I went on Simply Ball Dropping and I see they A1 over there. So this is what puts us together, man. And this is what I enjoy. So January 3rd, 2022, we doing the Bet the House Podcast Awards. And it's gonna be lit. It's gonna feel like what BET and them used to be like. You used to
Man,
have
that's
a
great,
feel.
man.
You used to enjoy watching the BET Awards. Now it's like, now I really don't care if I see it or not, because it ain't the same.
Yeah.
So we got to do something different. That's what we doing. We doing something different.
Man, hey, and I appreciate that compliment, man. And like I said on a previous podcast, man, a lot of stuff that I do is self-promotion, right? I got a team of 7 guys and also my wife. And they all
Shout
do
out to the
different
wives, man. Shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
the wives.
My wife is down for me, you know what I'm saying? So she's
Facts.
riding on this journey, and I see your wife is riding on the journey
Facts.
with you as well. But I have 6 different guys that do different things with the podcast. You know, I got one guy that makes sure that the sound quality is up and up, the video quality is nice. I do my own overlays and stuff like that, and you know I promote all my shows. It's all self promotion. When I started this thing from ground up, yeah, I started talking sports. You know, it's based around sports, but I had to find my lane. I had to find a niche. So once I started doing the sports podcasting, I branched off and started doing a roundtable talk, a marriage chronicles. So I started opening different avenues of different genres and different audience to gravitate to Simply Ball Dropping. So it's still a grind, you know what I'm saying? The work that you put in, constant work, like I said, I look at your videos, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you your flowers right now. When I look at your videos and all your podcasts, man, I learn different traits from your podcast, right? Different things that you do in the way your wordplay and your soliloquies and all that stuff like that. I marvel that, because I say this to say this is because the way that you come across and the way that you explain and debate on some of these topics is A1, man. And like I said, you be dropping gems, and you'll drop like a 15-second clip just to put it on somebody's mind, and then you gone. And then you gone. And then when you came out with the battle cast that you outside, man, I sat back and I look at that, man. I'll be like, man, big smash.
Yeah, man, because I'm going to tell you this. We used to do our own versus battles with the music.
Yes.
And then last week, I was just like, why are we podcasters music battle? Because I started the versus podcast battling because I wanted this to be a network builder. I wanted other podcasters to get in tune with each other. So then I was like, we're podcasters. Why are we music battling? We got shows. We got our own content. Let's go for it clip for clip. And it took off because now I got everybody talking and trying to jump into it. So it feels good. It feels good when you can have, that type of chain reaction. And again, this is not because I don't like people, and I don't want people to get that misconstrued. But at the end of the day, I feel like pound for pound, I'm gonna take on any and everybody, win, lose, or draw. And if I lose, I lose. But it ain't gonna be easy. So this is important for us as a culture. It's a way for us to hone our skills. This is just like basketball. It's just like playing on a sports team. You riding that bench for so long, now you feel like, hey, it's my time. I want to put me in the game, coach, and I'm going to show out when you do. That's all it is.
Yeah. And that's respect, man. as we talking about that, and like I started off about the relationships, I find it kind of funny because I know when I was growing up, the word friend zone was not even around. So you putting have you ever been in a situation, man, where you liking a chick, right? But at the same time, the chick is not showing you that much energy, but you
Oh
still trying
yeah.
to persuade her. And now that we get older and we grow up and that word friend zone comes up, you say to yourself, maybe she did put me in the friend zone. But have you ever been in a situation where you was trying to get with a chick and you put all your effort in, but things just didn't work out because she had you so called in the friend zone?
You know what? We hate. I think yeah. I've always been some of my situations I like that. Like guys can put females in the friend zone too. And with me, I remember, and I remember this, um, and this is when I first found out about the friend zone. This girl told me, I mean, man, you good enough to fuck, but I just don't see myself being in a relationship with you. And I had never ever even heard this. It was news to me, and it was like, yo, I'm that dude. And she used to tell me, yeah, I like fucking you, but I just don't see myself in a relationship with you. You too good of a guy, and I don't want to hurt you because I feel like that's who I am. That's my personality. And I was like, wow. So at this point, I took it. Like, okay, I mean, cool. I get the goodies. I ain't gotta go through the fancy dates and all that stuff, shopping sprees and things like that. So it was different. But to be told, I think it's different. I think I'd rather you tell me you just don't see nothing with me than you and me trying and I fall for you and then you only to for you to realize that I just don't see this thing going. Now I done already fell for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done fell for you already. So I'd rather you. I don't want the sympathy relationship. Don't tell me, oh well, we can give it a try. I normally don't go for guys like you, but we can give it. No, once you say that, I don't want it because if I fall for you, if I go down that rabbit hole with you and I fall in love with you and you still tell me, nah, I don't feel that way, then I'm gonna be crushed. So I'd rather a woman say, hey, I think we're better off being friends, or I think we're better off just stick to fucking, or things like that. And I think that's what prepared me for marriage. Because I had to realize and accept that every woman that I came across was not gonna feel the same way and was not gonna put me out of that zone. And
Yes.
it hurts at first, but then when you get married and you marry the one that's for you, you feel that inside you like, thank you for putting me in the friend zone, because if you hadn't, it would have been a cycle over and over of bad relationships, and you say you got out the way. They say if you feel like you ain't the one for somebody, get out the way and let the one that is come. So that's what happened with me, and I'm grateful for it. So yeah, friend zoning back in the 80s, because I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 86. So the
Okay.
80s, the early 90s, early 2000s, we didn't really know about what friend zoning was and
Exactly.
all that, but it happened, and now you get a better understanding of it. And what's your definition? What is your definition of a friend zone?
My definition of a friend zone is I had a situation, I grew up in the 70s, right? I was born in the 70s. I was born in 73. So when I was growing up, like I said, we never used that terminology of the friend zone. It was always you try to get with a chick and you pursuing her, but that chick probably at that time not knowing that she was actually putting you in the friend zone because all she wanted to do was be around you, but you wasn't no action. There was no play. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Or I look to him like a little brother. I look to him like a big brother. And, you know, I couldn't stand that. So it's like, if you look into me that way, but you always want to be around me, and I'm trying to, you know, get to the next level, but you not, you know, giving me them actions and not knowing that that's what you was doing, putting me in the friend zone, and you wanted to be with the guys that was calling you hoes and sluts and all that, and you wanted to get slutted out and things like that. But it's like my definition of the friend zone is somebody that always wants to be around you and always gives you that type of vibe like, oh, he's like a big brother to me. But she's not telling you that. That's her thoughts. And you don't know that, so you still trying to pursue. You still trying to get the draws. You still trying to get the cheeks.
Also, you can apply that to people that used to be in a relationship, but they found out that it just didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can apply that. Hey, we worked, we had fun, and it was good, and the loving was good, but we just didn't work in the relationship level. So but the one thing about that is, if we used to smash, I don't play that. That's my sister, that's my brother bullshit. Nah, Chief, that ain't it. That ain't what we doing.
But that's what they use though. They use that as that's how it is, and then some of them say, well, I don't want to take it to the next level because it's gonna mess up our friendship. And you know, if it messes up our friendship, then where we go from there. But like I said, a lot of people, when I was growing up, didn't know that word friend zone was affiliated with that.
Yeah, but that was on me. I had to jump out. I kept hearing the echo.
Oh, that's okay.
No, friend zone me. Tell me the truth. Tell me you ain't fucking with me. But at the same time, it does not mean that, like I said, all it took back then was for one person, one time to tell me, you good enough to fuck, but yeah, your dick good, but I just can't see myself with you. And that was the first time I got introduced to the friend zone. So I thank her. I thank her for that, because I would have kept leading myself down the line, and then by the time I got to my wife, I would have been too cocky, like, you know, girl, I'm out here. I'm in these streets. And then it was like, all it took was one person to show you. Now, being in the friend zone is not all that bad. It's just, I have a rule. And my rule is this. If I am in the friend zone and you know I want to clap your cheeks, please don't come talk to me about your relationship, because I'm a bad influence. I'm a bad influence. I am not the guy that's going to tell you, go home and work it out with your man. No, the old me, before marriage me, I would have been told you, I'm not that dude. Hey, don't come. I'm not. If you expected me, go home and work it out with him. He's gonna get it together. He's gonna figure it out. No, I was never that dude. Like, you know why you came and talked to me. You know why you came and told me why y'all ain't working out. So I led with that complex. A shoulder to cry on is a ding-a-ling to ride on. That was my whole thing.
Yeah.
And then it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody friended a chick I was messing with, and he took advantage. So I learned my lesson. It's like, hey, the friend zone is cool until it's you. It's all fun and games till the rabbit gets the gun. Now you got the sad boohoo face. Because I used to didn't care. I'm one of them dudes. I don't owe this dude no loyalty. I don't owe him nothing. She comes and confides in me. So I'm supposed to say, man, go home and give that dude another chance. Go work it out. No. But now I just stay out of it. Hey,
you throw
go
your
talk
hands
to
up,
your guy. Go talk to your girl. Figure it out. Work it out. I don't give too deep of advice, if that makes sense. I'm not.
Makes a lot of sense.
Even now, hey, look. I'm not the person you should be talking to. Go talk to that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come to me for relationship advice in that sense, because I'm gonna tell you the same thing that somebody told me. In a relationship, it's just you and that person. It's not your mama, it's not your daddy, it's not your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. It's not none of that. That's what somebody told me when I got married. Like,
Yeah.
this is about you and her. It's not about us. Like, we can help you, but the leg work and the footwork has to be done by you.
Yeah.
And
Totally agree.
that's what it is in the friend zone. I didn't mind being friend zone, because if I got friend zone, it usually meant two things. It usually meant you were saving me or I was saving you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm explain. I was a demon. Like, I did not do monogamous relationships. I didn't. Like, I have I'm gonna tell you how deep I was. I have 2 children a month apart,
Wow.
2 different women, and I was playing the back and forth game. Oh, okay, I'm eating dinner at your house, but I'm at breakfast here. I'm sleeping over here, but I'm going over there. I'm touching over there. I'm doing all. So I was a demon. I wasn't in the I'm a one man woman type of thing. No, I wasn't that person. So that's why I say I was saving you, because I wasn't the commitment type. And then I say you were saving me because if you played me, it was gonna be a whole nother problem. Like, I'm the get back king. Like,
Get
oh,
back.
you cheated on me? Okay, now I'm finna go holler at your sister or something. Finna go holler at your best friend or something. I'm one of them people, even still now to this day. If you get me, I have to get you back. It may not be right then and there. So this is why I say I gotta say, but the friend zone is cool, because depending on the type of relationship y'all got, y'all know y'all friends. Like, you know how the side relationships, the side pieces love being the side piece. They don't get mad when you get in a relationship, because they know, hey, I'm gonna be around. But being friend zone hurt, because here's how it hurts. If you really like this woman and you notice that all she deal with is ain't shit dudes, and you steady trying to tell her, like, yo, I can do you better. You don't deserve this. I could treat you a whole lot better, and they still feel like they don't notice you. Think about it. Family Matters. Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
Steve Urkel chased this woman for 7 years. He did everything he could to get her to notice him. And it took her, after 7 years, to finally say, you know what? I had what I wanted all along, what was for me all along, and I just didn't notice it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes being a friend zone has its advantages, because if you in the friend zone, this person already knows, this person's gonna get to know everything about you. So that gives you an advantage, because now you don't have to start from point A with the dating and going out on dates and then the talking phase and all that, because they already know you. So I'm not saying wait 7 years, because I'm gonna tell you I ain't waiting 2 weeks. So let alone 7 years. That's a stretch. But being in the friend zone has its advantages. Like, you have some sort of, they know everything about you. They around you. They spending time with you. They kicking it. Y'all know what each other like to eat. Y'all know what to watch. All of this. Like, you have an advantage. I don't know how long before you get a chance to use that advantage, but you have an advantage.
Man, and that's great that you said that. And a lot of people that's gonna listen, the way you broke it down, it was on point. And I'm gonna go back to what you said about your earlier days, that you didn't want to. You're not a relationship counselor. You're not going to try
Facts.
to tell that person to do this and do that. And today is different terminologies, right? Because back in the days, a lot of cats would try to dirty mac their boys to get what they wanted, right?
Yeah.
So now, growing up, you see that. But as you get older and you hear these terminologies, oh man, you broke the bro code, man. You ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to step on his toes to get what you want. But if you go back to when we was growing up in the 70s and the 80s, a lot of cats were used to dirty mac cats to get the chicks that they want. They would rat their boys out. Oh man, he out here messing with so and so. He doing this and doing that just to trying to get what he want. So like you said, being in the friend zone, sometimes it's not a bad thing. Sometimes you got the upper hand because they always around you and you know what that person likes. But when a chick puts you in the friend zone, she don't come out and say, well, this is where you're going to be. It's her actions, the way she displays herself and the way she carries herself. And you be like, man, what is this chick trying to do? I'm doing everything to try to be with this chick, but I just ain't getting nowhere. So now,
and
growing
sometimes
up,
you don't even notice it.
Exactly. So now growing up and you hear that word friend zone and you think back to when you was growing up, you be like, man, that chick, she put me in the friend zone and that's what she did. So it's like it all comes full circle. But like you said, it prepared me for my marriage because when I met my wife, it was like, boom, I know what the friend zone looks like now because everybody's talking about the friend zone. You know what I'm saying? So I know if I see any traits or anything like that, something got to shake. Somebody got to move around. So I said to myself, the experiences in life, the best teacher in life is experiences, right? So you go through experiences when you're growing up and you see what you went through. And then when you grow up and all these kids use the terminology, oh, you was put in the friend zone. Then you think about it. Oh, yeah, she put me in the friend zone. So you know what to expect now. So you know if you're being put in that friend zone. So it prepared me when I got with my wife. It's like, nah, we wasn't even on that type of time, right? It was all in the up and up. It wasn't no trait. I didn't see no traits of like, oh, she trying to put me in the friend zone, but I'm spending all this time with her, but she trying to put me in the friend zone. Nah, it wasn't like that. We moved forward, and like you said, it prepared me, for my marriage. And like you said, I'm no relationship counselor, but back in the days, I was probably naive to, telling, hey, man, you know what this dude out there doing to you? Why you with this dude? You know what I'm saying?
And you can tell when you've been friend zone when she tells you things like, man, why you tripping? We just friends. Pay attention to the signs.
Yeah.
Why you didn't answer my calls last night? I ain't got to answer the phone for you. We just friends. So these are the signs. Like, bro, you been friend zone. Like, man, I thought we had a good time last night. Well, I just ain't ready for a relationship right now. But then a week later, she's in a relationship. You've been friend zone. It's levels to it. It's ways to figure out. You know what I'm saying? This is why this is the thing about me. And early on, I don't spend money. Like, I don't give out money. If we just talking first couple weeks, I have a 6-month thing. Like, if I got to really know if you really here to work with me or you're just here to see what you can get until something better comes along. So I'm one of them dudes. I will test you in the first couple months. It looks taking you out and all that. Yeah, you're supposed to do that. But asking me for money to pay your phone bill and your light bill and all that, nah, I can't do that. And the reason being, again, I need to know because I work hard for my money. So I need to know, are you legitimately here or are you legitimately just trying to figure out, oh, I got to come up. You know what I'm saying? Until what you really want comes along. I don't mind being in the friend zone because I think I've been in some situations where I felt like, oh yeah, this woman's a gold digger. This woman is not for me. She's a player like me. She got random dudes left and right. Yeah, I don't mind being in the friend zone with you, and then but you can tell because they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. Yeah. So it's like once you back up off of them, you're no longer interested, then it's like, or you get married or you get in a good relationship. Now you're being on notice. Now you notice because damn, maybe he ain't so bad. Maybe he you ever notice, and I'm sure this has happened to you, that when you got married, the chicks that did not want to give you the time of day started hovering around a little bit more, checking in, trying to see what's good, how you doing. Oh, you looking good right now. Oh yeah, you looking good because somebody picked the ball up that they dropped. Simply ball dropping.
There you go. Way to plug that in there.
But so now you look more attractive to them. Yep. Now they want to come fuck with you because somebody else saw the potential in you. You know what I'm saying? The true definition of back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Yep. This is the true definition of that, because there were times that chicks that I wanted, no, we just friends. I think we just better off being friends. And then when I got married, always, hey, what's going on? I just think we should be cool and we should talk and we should, you should come by sometimes and all that. You do know I'm married now, right?
Yeah.
I seen you. You seen the picture. I posted the picture of me at the courthouse, so I know you seen it. But I just still feel like we could hang out and we could talk, right? No, we can't. Because if I had a hard on for you all these years, and now that I got married, now you want to talk and hang out, you want to kick it. Can my wife come too? Because that's where I'm at in life right now.
Yeah.
If I can't bring my lady with me, I don't need to be doing it. Because that's the quickest way to get me divorced. And then when I get divorced, is you gonna want me then? Hell no. No. So
it always, and the crazy you said it always happens like that. So you got married and you became more attractive to him, right? Now just say that you would have, recycled something, went back, and you would have got caught up. Wife would have found out. Now you divorced. Now that same chick that wanted to be with you when you was married, she ain't gonna want to spend no time with you at all after you get that divorce.
And we talked about this on my show on the 200. Why the ring doesn't get respected. That is why. Because now I look like something good. I'm irresistible. I'm a temptation to you now. Oh, he married, but I can still get him. I can still make him double back. No, you can't. You had your opportunity. A lot of dudes get lost in the sauce. Trust me, I got lost in the sauce, but I was smart enough to realize that, and I told my wife earlier, I said, them lakes around us look really nice. Everybody's swimming in those lakes. The water's contaminated, all of that. But this ocean that I'm looking at right now is so much cooler, it's so much nicer, and it tastes better. So I think I'm gonna stick to my ocean, because not everybody wants to get into the ocean because it's deep. And that's what marriage is. Marriage is deep. It's a deep setting. So I'm gonna stick to my ocean. Them lakes look good, but at least I know what's in the waters in this ocean. So I'm okay with this ocean. So even being friend zone hurts, because and guys friend zone girls, women too, and it hurts because you want something that you cannot have, and it bothers you. It fucks with you day in and day out. I remember those days. I remember wondering, like, damn, why does she deal with this nut ass nigga? Why does she deal with this bum? He don't work. He lie to her. He cheat on her. He beat on her. He just do nut shit. And this is what she wants. This is what she goes after. And then, like I said, you're saving me and I'm saving you, because I do different things. I'm not the average guy. And I think that's what makes me stand out, is I'm not the average guy. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. If I'm going to mess around, I'm going to tell you, hey, we need to do something different, because this ain't what it is. And do I believe that you can bounce back back from being in the friend zone? Absolutely. Absolutely. I know a couple of feel good stories about guys who have been stuck in the friend zone 3-4 years and finally got called up to the game. Um, in most cases, these women had kids. They had been married twice, divorced, things like that. So then I got a question for you. Was it ever a time before you got married that you were friend zoned and then that person felt like they wanted to give you a chance?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I've been in a situation, man, before I got married. Um, I've been in plenty of situations. Like, I was in the military. So, I was
Okay.
stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, and they always said Virginia is for lovers, right? So, I had my first child when I was in the military. So the thing about it is being with certain chicks is like I was friend zoned, but I didn't know the friend zone traits at that time,
Right.
right? So I grew up and I said, yeah, this chick didn't put me in the friend zone, and
Mm-hmm.
then never really wanted to express her feelings, right? So I remember when I first moved to Texas and I got with
Okay.
my wife and this particular chick, I always said to myself, man, she had an opportunity, but she let it go. So when I
Mm-hmm.
got, got with my wife and everything, and she saw all the pictures and stuff, circulating, the family members, telling her, well, shit, Kareem's married now. You know what I'm saying? She blew her
Yeah.
opportunity. She blew her
Yeah.
opportunity. And I'm saying to myself, like one time it was random. It's like I talked to my father, and my father said, so and so called here for you. I was like, well, what they calling you for me?
Facts.
I'm married. You know what I'm saying? And I just said, man, she had her opportunity. When I was in the military, she had her opportunity.
Yep.
But you wasn't serious about it. But now I'm more attractive to you because I found somebody and I got married. And like you said, in that 200 episode, that's why the ring don't get respected. They
Mm-hmm.
see that you with somebody, now they come vulnerable to you and they're more attractive. Now they
And
want to
then
see if they can get with you.
it'd be like they'll see you and your wife in public.
Yeah.
And they just gotta make it they way to come say hey to you, to come speak to you.
And the crazy thing about that is, me being in a different location, and this particular person that I'm talking about, she was in Virginia. So she never saw us in person together. She just saw pictures and things like that. Now you want to try to reach out to my parents, like what's up with, what I'm saying? That's not a good look. But it happened, but back you was trying to put me in the friend zone. But now I moved on and everything is on the up and up, and it's your loss.
And you ain't never gonna find a game for it.
Yeah,
Like at this point, just forget about it.
yeah,
Cause I be feeling like um marriage is sacred. You had your opportunity. I'd be a fool to fuck up my marriage hope on a hope that this friend zoning moving me out of the friend zone is going to work itself out. I hope that we
exactly.
have a lasting relationship, because if I put my marriage on the line and this shit don't work out, now I'm fucked, because I probably ruined who was for me for a hope, for a wish.
Yeah,
So it was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool on all that. I don't want no problems, no disrespect, none of that. But at the end of the day, I got married because I found my person. So yeah, I'm kind of like in the friend zone right now.
and
Comes, anybody that comes after my wife is in the friend zone.
in
That's
the friend
just what
zone.
it is. It's
Yeah,
not something I'm ready to chance and take a risk on, because I feel like you had 33 years of opportunity.
yeah,
You had 30. We wake up every day with an opportunity, a choice, and a chance. You know what I'm saying? You had your opportunity. I remember being shunned. I remember being told, like I said, shit like that sticks with you. You know, being told, hey, you're just a piece of meat. You're not something I see I want to build with. Well, now somebody saw me as a piece of meat, which I like, but they saw me as something to build. So that's a two-way street. I got the good and the bad. Like, yes, you want to build something with me and you want to use me. Okay, I'm good with that. Do that. Use me up, but let's build in the process.
Yeah.
And being in the friend zone, it teaches you that you don't get everything that you want.
And the crazy thing that you said that, because I go back to the episode that you did for the 200 episode, and Out of Left Field podcast, he made a comment about, it's people out here trying to fuck up your relationship, right?
Just because.
But the way you explained it, they're out there trying to fuck it up, but only you can fuck it up. If you revert back to doing the dumb shit to get yourself caught up like that because you trying to chase something that was in the friend zone that you think you got a chance with, it's not going to work out. So, like I said, the people that are married are the ones that are fucking their own relationship up.
Yeah.
There's people that are out there that can fuck your relationship up if you let them, but it all starts with you. So when you said
if you're easily manipulated, if you're easy to manipulate, you know what I'm saying? If they can get into your head, oh, I got this nigga. So now they're feeling good, and you're over here feeling guilty because even if your wife don't know or your husband don't know, you know. They're over there feeling good because I just messed up another happy home because I can still bag him. He's a married man, and I can still bag him. But at the same time, I am at this point now with my wife where I can tell her, hey, this what I'm feeling, this what I'm going on, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
So now even if you think that you finna go tell her some shit that she don't know, she already know that you in my inbox.
Yep.
She already know that you in my messages. I already had this conversation with her. So it's different.
It's levels,
it's different.
Man.
I ain't saying right now at this moment. I'm saying in general.
So the wife stepped in on you, huh? See?
Yeah,
and that's what we was talking
about. This is
about.
the conversation, the part that she steps in.
Yeah, and see, and I was telling y'all that, sometimes, man, like y'all said, sometimes y'all got to watch what y'all say on these podcasts, because when y'all get off these podcasts, y'all got to run into another argument with your spouse or your significant others.
And the next day we had a live called Dealing with a Podcaster. And me and her did a live together. We were talking about what's it like being with somebody that's a podcast, especially with a mouth like mine.
Yeah.
And she knows who she married. So yeah, it's tough because I say a lot of shit, but she understands. I always tell her, and I use this. I said, you think Denzel's wife is coming home talking to him about a sex scene that he had in the movie? No. She know what it is. She don't care because it's just acting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm great. I'm glad you said that because I've always looked at like certain actors and actresses that are in relationships, man, and you going on set and you doing all these sex scenes, man. As a man that's not in that sex scene and that's your wife or your husband that's doing that, man, how would that make you feel? How would you feel about that?
Yeah. You know what? The only thing that I think that with that is what we're doing is art.
Yeah.
What we're doing is a service. You know what I'm saying? We're just having fun. We're trying to make a little living. We're trying to put our voice out to the world. And she understands that. And she also knows that before her, I had a past. And it was like, she used to listen to the show before we got together. So it wasn't like it was a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Because she would listen to the show. She knew what she was getting into with it. So it's like, again, when you have people out here, these people know who they married.
Yeah.
should no outsider be able to come tell you something about your marriage or your relationship. I had to learn a lesson about that because, and you brought it up, we call that pillow talking. We call that pillow talking, where you know how you were saying your guys used to go dirty Mac on women, on their homies. Yeah, we call that pillow talking because now you over here trying to use my name to get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Oh, well, man, that man be out here fucking around, woo, doing this, doing that. Now you thinking if I tell his wife that he doing this, or if I tell her husband that she doing this, then I'm fucking up they circle and I got the juice.
Yeah.
In all actuality, in some relationships, some couples laughing like, girl, he showed me these messages you send him every day. It ain't nothing.
Wow.
It ain't nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, friend zone. This is why I don't have too many female friends. Not saying that my female friends are like that, because I have some pretty dope female friends.
Yeah.
But you do have some females who feel like, oh, I'm gonna get him. You do realize he married. I don't care. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna convince him this
It's
what
a challenge
he need.
to him.
And then they'll go find your girl. Think of the movie Baby Boy. Jody came over to old girl house, told her what he told her. Oh, you don't know how to suck dick, no way, and left.
Yep.
And then the next day at work, this girl stared at Yvette the whole damn shift.
Yep.
Just to start some shit. So yeah, man, you learn. I'm learning. Like I said, them lakes look good out there. But I'd rather stick to my ocean. It's deep,
there you go.
And I know what's in it. I don't know what's in these lakes. It's pee in these lakes. People
and it's crazy. It's crazy you said that because I was listening to you earlier, and you was talking about your reference to the big
marriage
ocean.
Is deep, so oceans are deep.
Yeah, and see the lakes. You don't know what's in these lakes. And
yeah,
like
you don't
said,
know what's in these lakes. It's pee. These people pee in lakes.
STDs and all this shit.
Bad
and we don't go get tested. Men don't go get tested. Yeah.
This ocean, this big deep thing we call marriage, I'm all in there, and it tastes better. I know where I'm at. I know how to swim. God damn it, so we good.
Yeah, you can be like Trey Songz. You can go in there head first. You can dive in.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't
go in
do
there
that
head
with them
first,
lakes.
end up blind.
Yeah. You can't do that with them lakes, man. And the crazy thing about it is it's a lot of people that, will say that, when they listen to Big Smash, it's like, man, Big Smash be on point with a lot of things, man. And it's like the way you dive off into a conversation and give a deep analogy on it, right? So, like your reference to the ocean and the lakes.
Yeah, I just told her that earlier. I be surprising myself sometimes with my analogies.
Yeah, and that's pretty dope because now you referencing the big ocean to your wife. You know what's in this beautiful ocean.
Facts. I know how, but marriages are deep.
Yeah.
So I know what to expect out of mine.
Yeah.
But I know what pisses her off, what makes her happy, what makes her sad. I know how to get under her skin. She know how to get under my skin. We fight, but then it's like we still in the same damn bed. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to be we fight, I'm leaving, I catch you when I catch you. Now it's we fight, we gonna be mad at each other, but we still here.
Yeah, y'all still there. You know what I'm saying? But like I tell people, you got to tell this to your wife too. You always got to deal with the ones that came before you. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, in reference to your past. She got a pass. I got a pass. You got a pass. My wife got a pass. But you always got to deal with the ones that come before you to make things work. But like you said, you don't know what's in these lakes, man. You go in these lakes, man, you might get bit by a crawfish. You might, you might get stung. You know what I'm saying? And you referenced something earlier about some chick in your early days, she put the zap on you. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't realize where that zap came from. Now you taking that zap home to your girl and your whatever you doing, and because you're not going out there getting tested. So them lakes are dangerous, man. You put your foot in there, you don't know what you're gonna get bit by.
Big facts.
Yeah, so big man, it's kind of crazy, man. So that's a good conversation on the friend zone, man. it's weird that a lot of these relationship talks be coming up, man. And it's like the podcast, like people on certain podcasts, they'll have a conversation, but sometimes to me, I don't think they go deep enough, right? They don't open up their whole Pandora's box to give the people what they really want to say. And that goes back to, I don't know their relationships. I don't know their status. I don't know what they're doing. But I feel there's a lot of people that won't shoot the gun. They won't empty the clip because they got to deal with the consequences when they get done doing that podcast with their significant other. And I think a lot of people don't share a lot of stuff that needs to be shared and say a lot of experiences that they went through without somebody in their household getting mad that you, oh, no, you didn't go on a podcast and just talk about what you did back in the days. I don't think a lot of podcasters are opening up their clip and loading it up, loading that gun up and shooting all their bullets, man. I think they holding back, man. And I think this might bring light to a lot of podcasters because like I was telling y'all, you know, my wife understands me being a podcaster. Like you said, it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to give your views, but you gotta stay out your feelings. You gotta stay out your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get all caught up in your feelings, then your show can go left. You know what I'm saying? And then your significant other listen to the show like, how dare you say that? And then it's a whole argument that you gotta diffuse in your house, and it just makes it worse. So I always tell my wife be on the scene when I be doing these podcasts, and like when we do our roundtable talk, she's a part of the roundtable talk. So we give our point of views, and you know, you got to keep your feelings out of it because everybody got their own, you know, perception on a lot of things that we talk about. So I say to myself, as long as I can, you know, stay out of my feelings and don't take it like, oh man, I can't even believe you said that. I never knew that. I don't even take it that way because I know it's just podcast entertainment and we're just covering a topic that we're discussing and you're going to give your point of views. And I don't think it no more, no less, man. And I have a great time, man.
Exactly.
And and like I said, man, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure that you took time out of your day because I know you've been in the streets. I know you're still out in the streets, man.
Facts. But man, this what I do, man. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a student of the game.
Yeah.
So when I learn, like I said, you one of the ones I learn and look up from. Even though I'm like you, I watch the background. I pay attention to what's going on out here. So, you know, I'm glad we was able to do this, and this is the first of many, well, the second of many more. Like, yeah. I'm here, you know, I'm always be reaching out. So,
man, that's great, man, and I appreciate that, man. Like I said, man, you just don't know, and my wife she can attest to this, man. When I look at these podcasts, right, I like I said, I look at your podcast, man. You just don't know. You'll come in there short, quick, fast, in a hurry, and I'll learn something on every clip that you have put out. And I'll be like, man, this brother deep, man. And that's why I told you on there, and I don't know if your friends were just picking with you like, oh, this ain't the big smash I know, but I said, what
man,
I'm listening
you know, because
he dropping gems.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I'm outside right now. Cause you know, they don't understand that I do this. And my clips are strategically placed. Like my whole episodes be so
I know
dope.
You do.
It'd be hard to pick the right clips because it's so much stuff going on in the episode, but
yeah,
we just having fun. That's all. We just having fun.
It's crazy that you said that, man. Like, I'll do stuff strategically too, just to get an uproar, right? And I watch your clips. I'll be like, man, Big Smash put that out there, man. He talking to somebody. Somebody got to hear this. You know what I'm saying? He gonna ruffle some feathers. And I just think what you doing, man, it's great, man, because it's bringing awareness to the podcast community that a lot of people, because since I've been following you over these last times, you'll come on and you'll do your solo shows, but you have a lot of people that are on your platform that a lot of podcasts, I'm like, man, he got men on his platform. He got women stopping through. So they paying homage. So your name is out there. They paying homage.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what? Shout out to all my fellow podcasters, man. We are doing the damn thing. And that's the beauty of it. We doing the damn thing. I ain't never seen so much black excellence in one spot. Like that 200 episode really motivated me because we had so many dope ass podcasters that came through, that popped in, that stuck around, that got in late. It was a lot of gems being dropped, man. Like it was just amazing and mind blowing. And I was telling my wife, like, man, these people really saluted me. And like I told y'all the next day, anytime y'all need me and I can support, I'm there because y'all came and supported me. You know what I'm saying? Me and you, we had conversations, but we never had a conversation, and you came and pulled up for me. So that's big in itself, man. So I'm glad that we linked up. I'm a fan. I ain't saying that just cause pretty soon I'm gonna be coming down the Virginia streets, podcast streets or nothing. Now I'm saying that because I respect what y'all doing over here. So I thank you for having me and keep doing what you're doing. Only thing I'm trying to do is evolve.
Yes, and that's what I tell people. It's enough for everybody to eat, man. It ain't like, we jumping on these platforms, we collaborating. Man, that's helping both of us grow. And what I was amazed by on that 200 episode is you had over 20 plus people, 20 podcasters come through. Yeah. Like half of them said they had to catch a flight. Some of them said I got to watch the kids, but they took time out to jump on the platform to salute you.
Fact.
So it's crazy. Like, and it's like, I don't know what took so long for me to discover you, but somebody pointed me to you. And when I said,
what's crazy is I'm doing a part 2. Because I had a whole lot.
I saw that.
I had a whole lot more that couldn't come through, but wanted to come through. And then I ain't even dropped the voicemails and the videos and stuff that was sent to me. Oh, man, it's just a whole bunch of love for me, man. So I'm good. I'm good. And this is why, because I remember when people were telling me no. I remember them days. I remember them days when people were telling me no. Nah, man, I can't do your show. It ain't big enough. Nah, man, I can't talk to you unless you got this amount of money for me. Shit like that. I went through all that. So I learned. I learned.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy that you said that because I go back to what you said when we first opened up the show. You said when you first started, your mama was the only one listening to the show. And like
even now, she ain't doing it now. I'm going to tell you that right now.
And I tell people, when I did my first show to get my feet wet in this podcast game, it was me and my son. And my son was 8 years old at the time. And I'm just doing a test run with him, and I put it out there. And you know what I did to self-promote myself? So when I got the copy of the show and got the voice clip, I took the audio and I shared it to everybody's Facebook Messenger, right? So they had to open it up. So some of them opened it up. Some of them was like, man, what are you sending me? Well, just open it up and listen. So when they opened it up and listened, then they started reaching out. Man, that's dope, man. That when you trying to do a podcast. So that's when I knew that, let me see where this takes me. Let me see where I can go from there. And I just put it all in play and just started dropping episodes. I'm not 200 in like you. I'm probably about 70 some on the cusp, but I'm not 200 like you. Like you said, you are OG in the game. And I'm just trying to follow your footsteps, man. Like I said, I learned a lot from you.
Man, I remember when I couldn't get no gas. I remember when my co-host was falling through. You know, some of them had school, had to go back to school. Some of them had to work. And I remember when it was just me, you know, and I used to get frustrated. Because back then I was doing once a month. I was dropping episodes once a month. And it was like, yo, people going to forget about me because I'm only doing this once a month. Yep. You know, they don't see me. And then I used to sit here and talk to my wife before she became my wife. I used to tell her how passionate, how deep I really wanted this shit. Like all these plans were in motion. Like I could do this shit. I just needed a support system to tell me. And that's what she did. She got on there. She like, I don't know nothing about podcasting. But then she was like, you know what? I see what it does to you when I hear you talk about it. So if you need me to come on and talk with you until you get to buzzing where you need to go, I got you. And we started cranking shit out every week, sometimes every day. We was cranking it out. And then I had more people trying to become hosts. I had guest hosts. I got up with all these dope ass podcasters, and it was like, yeah, we doing something different here. But lo and behold, 200 episodes, and we still rolling.
Man, that's good stuff, man. And like I said, man, keep up the great work, man. And man, like I said, man, it's been fun. I appreciate you stopping through. But like, always, tell people, man, I'm not going to try to hold you no longer than you want to be held, man. And like I tell the people out there, man, don't forget to go support my man Big Smash from the Bet the House podcast. And what I'm going to do is, man, I'm going to put a plug in there so everybody can see, that they can go, follow you at, Bet the House podcast. So
we everywhere. Apple Music.
Yeah.
Spotify, YouTube, Instagram is Bet the House Podcast 2021 or 2020, either or. I'm on both of them. If you want to catch everything, always betthehouse.com. You'll find everything, all the videos, all the episodes, everything is in that one spot. Always betthehouse.com.
Man, and that's great, man. And like I said, man, that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Once again, I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap, and we're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Who did that outro for you?
Man, I